The golden age of America begins right now. Our recent election is a mandate to completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. From this moment on, America's decline is over. Those who wish to stop our cause have tried to take my freedom and indeed to take my life. But I felt then and believe even more so now that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border. Today, I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill. Next, I will direct all members of my cabinet to marshal the vast powers at their disposal to defeat what was record inflation and rapidly bring down costs and prices. Instead of taxing our citizens to enrich other countries, we will tariff and tax foreign countries to enrich our citizens. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. It will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve. Many people thought it was impossible for me to stage such a historic political comeback. But as you see today, here I am. The American people have spoken.
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. He's back. He's back, baby. And what a wonderful day it is. That was a great speech he gave. You know, I'm shocked they were able to air that. I didn't think they were allowed to show scat porn on live television. I mean, he literally dumped on Kamala and Biden with them sitting right behind him. Like, I mean, that must have been brutal for them. You know, they were back behind him, really not standing up to clap ever, and just shaking their heads at the stuff he was taking credit for. You know, like the whole. I remember specifically Biden was like whispering over to Kamala whenever Trump was taking credit for the hostage release yesterday. He was like, "No, that was me." You know, so. But again, you know, it just goes to show you, man, whoever's got the microphone can basically just claim whatever they want, which is what the Democrats have been doing for the past 4 years, or basically forever. I mean, the Democrats have had the mic because they've had control over the culture in Hollywood for decades and years. So almost a million years, essentially. So, yeah, it's just been a interesting ride, and, you know, it is what it is at this point. So, Trump is back, and it's awesome, and we'll just start rolling through some of the stuff. I mean, do you want to talk about anything that he said, Chad, or what?
Well, I mean, just so much. I mean, that was one of the greatest, I think, inaugural speeches I've ever heard. Because, as you said, it was crapping on the Democrats. He literally is fortifying free speech. He's opening back up our ability to produce our own energy. And we're going to see prices lower because of that. He's talking about getting rid of all these DEI initiatives, which is anything DEI related is the exact opposite of meritocracy. Like
Yeah.
it not, it is not a. I mean, and we talk about this all the time. It's like if you cannot apply it to sports or going to the gym, it's not a good law.
Yeah.
Me and you talk about this all the time. So DEI does not work in the NBA. The NBA is 90% black.
Well, here's the other thing too. It's not just I mean, like everything Democrats do is they argue the exception to the rule. They'll argue it's like going, well, what about the wheelchair people? What about the people who have deformed arms? We don't make laws for the exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
That's what charity is for.
Yeah. I mean, as much as, we want to help people who are crippled or whatever, like be able to do jobs, like they're not going to be the guys. Someone that's wheelchair bound will never be the person climbing a power line pole, ever.
Yeah.
I mean, there are certain limitations you're going to have to set. I mean, that's why I said
the Babylon Bee video we watched the other day with the guy, the wheelchair
crippled
guy.
firefighter, yeah.
It's like, why? He's not going to be a firefighter. He can be a fireman in the admin position, be like he could be a typist or a secretary, but nobody's going to want him being on the. Hold on, guys, help me get in the truck real quick.
Exactly.
Like, ridiculous. If I have to wheel you out of a fire, you got yourself in the wrong situation.
Exactly. But that's where we're at right now. Is like all this DEI stuff. DEI is not useful to anything. And so I have this first one right here. Speaking of wheelchairs, that image, somebody AI generated that image of Trump wheeling Biden out of the White House.
And then pushing him in the trash can.
Pushing him into the garbage. And I love it. It's great.
It's great stuff.
But also, he said that they're only going to make, just like there's only 2 genders now. I mean, thank God. I mean, the fact that you'd think that we'd have to make a law that says you're not allowed to lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing, too, is, it's like, well, you have that video of that soldier talking about this is the best time to be in the Army, and because we can be transgender in the Army, and they'll pay for your surgeries, and it's just like, that stuff that we should not be paying for. And, they're also non-deployable. So every transgender soldier is non-deployable. Non-deployable. We're basically paying somebody to just live at home. Live at home.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not useful. I mean, you're basically giving people jobs and positions to be lazy bums. This is the one that we wanted to talk about, but all this inauguration stuff kept popping up. There's a transgender not a congressperson, but like city council member or something.
Yeah,
that is literally taking a month hiatus because someone misgendered them.
Yeah.
You're not doing your job. You are a useless individual.
Yeah, I bet it's just a prelude for them to go to, like, it was, the person's name was Nguyen. I bet it's like going to be an extended vacation to their homeland of Vietnam, is what I would bet. But, again, and Trump's talking about drill, baby, drill. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are energy sufficient, the price of everything is going to come down. Everything's going to come down with that. And then he took us out of WHO. He took us out of the World Health Organization, saving the taxpayers $500 million. Guys, this is awesome. I mean, I'm betting we're going to see some economic prosperity very soon, and we're going to be feeling the ramifications very quickly. It's awesome. I'm super excited for what's getting ready to happen here. So you just start rolling through these clips, Chad, and
yeah. Well, the first one was apparently there was some sort of snafu at the inauguration singing. As you can see, Carrie Underwood was there singing, another Okie native right there, and she was singing the national anthem, and there's some sort of snafu because I heard the music. I was watching this. I heard the music start for like a split second, and then it stopped. So whatever happened, whether it was a live band or just like whatever audio that they had, stopped working. So she's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna just sing it then. If you know the words, sing along with me. And just like that is the most epic thing you could. That was probably better than having it with
music.
Music is because it got everybody involved, and I just thought that was a great moment. If you wanted to listen to that real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was awesome.
You know the words, help me out here. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee.
And the only thing I'll say right there, if you notice in the background, it does not look like Kamala Harris's husband knows the words to America.
Yeah, golly.
That's the only thing I was going to say. That we'll get back to it.
And crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good for her for going out there and doing that. Like I said, I know she got criticized by all kinds of people in Hollywood for that. But, it's weird. Snoop Dogg did that video of him executing Donald Trump in one of his music videos, and then now he was DJing at his inauguration ceremony. So, again, it's like Tim Pool was talking about this the other day, saying basically people aren't afraid to support him now. Like, when he first came out, celebrities were afraid. It's like, that's the thing. It's always been that way in Hollywood. Jeremy Mooring at the Daily Wire talked about this. He goes, "It was you live hiding." Like they had conservative groups for Republicans in Hollywood called the Friends of Abe because they couldn't openly call any group the Republicans of Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, people,
Sons of Abe, yeah.
the Friends of Abe.
Friends of Abe, yeah.
So again, that's what you do. I mean, they live under the scrutiny of Democrats there. So, I mean, people are afraid to be who they are because there is so much discrimination by Democrats.
Yeah. Next one I have pulled up here is it's a good one. Biden forgot to pardon himself, father. Arrest him. It's Barron Trump giving him advice. As if it's the big meme that got promoted like a long time ago that Barron's actually the one in charge.
Yeah, Barron's actually the one running the show.
Which I think is hilarious. It's just really funny. But yeah. And then I've got a bunch of these. So the next one, yeah. Remember, the FBI raided Barron's room, but never Hunter Biden's. And we're talking the crack addict, child, assaulter, all this stuff. Hunter Biden never had his house raided.
Probably fair to say that the FBI knows Barron Hunter's porn preferences.
Yeah.
And they know Hunter Biden's sex crimes, but won't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. See here. The biggest win of that, I keep forgetting because, like everything's just about Trump, but J.D. Vance is the biggest winner out of everybody.
Really? Why is that?
Well, just like his story. Look at him. The kid who was, come from raised by a single mom. His mom had gotten into rehab, got to go live with his grandma, joined the Marine Corps. I mean, he is the ultimate win story. He is the ultimate American dream story, in my opinion.
Yes, he is. Yeah. I mean, he troubled childhood, raised in abject poverty, went from household to household, and then somehow succeeded despite all of that through high school, went to join the Marines, then went to Ohio State, and then went to what? Harvard. It was either Harvard or Yale, right? I think it was Yale.
Yeah, I think so. I have to double check.
Went to law school, and I mean, wow, what a success story. I mean, that's why his life story is a movie, Hillbilly Elegy, with Glenn Close.
Yeah, one of the best movies you'll ever see too.
Yeah, it's a really good. I wouldn't say the best movie you ever see, but it's definitely an entertaining watch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a wonderful rags to riches story. A coming of age / success story.
Oh yeah. Then of course the big news was not Hunter. Joe Biden pardoned his family, Anthony Fauci, and General Milley right before the day of the inauguration. He pardoned them that morning. And again, why are you pardoning somebody if they haven't done anything wrong? So strange, and that's
because he perjured himself.
Exactly. But then we have to pull up this. Where is it? I said I have the one of. I have to find the one that I have of Rachel Maddow. This is why we hate the freaking media.
Mm-hmm.
If I can find it. No, I think it is this one right here. Let me refresh it. See if it'll pop back up for you. I've got a lot pulled up right now. Yep, this is it.
Down his last few weeks in office is considering preemptive pardons for all his adult children, including his son-in-law, Jared. What a mess. More as we know. Cue all the hand-wringing and gnashing of teeth today about a president using his power, his pardon power, his powers as president, to do something for a family member. Tell me more about how outraged we all are about President Biden's pardon for his son. President Trump, as he winds down his last few weeks in office, is considering preemptive pardons for all his adult children.
So, this is why the mainstream media is evil and why Democrats are the ultimate hypocrites.
Yeah.
Rules for thee, but not for me. She threw a flippin' fit about him just considering pardoning his children. Joe Biden actually does it. just using his power. It's okay. He's the president. He can do whatever he wants. Whereas they would not to give Trump that leniency. How many conversations have you ever had with a crazy, loony, liberal lefty type that has had you had the exact same conversation? If he can do it, why can't he do it? Or vice versa. If Trump's not allowed to do it, why is Biden allowed to do it? And the only option that they can give you is because they'll just reason around.
Because Trump's a bad guy.
Exactly. Trump's evil. That's it. That's the only thing that they can give you.
Yeah.
But
again, if they didn't have double standards, they'd have no standards, folks. And again, I mean, she was throwing a fit in the previous video. I mean, that's the perfect example right there. And that's just Rachel Maddow. There were plenty of people who were complaining about it. Joy Reid, all the CNN hosts and anchors, they were all talking about it. And then now they've completely done a 180.
mm-hmm.
They don't have any objective moral standards.
Yep.
It's whatever CNN or whatever their media company tells them to do.
Oh, next big one. I'll get to the meme in a second, but the January 6th protesters were all given pardons. And that was epic. That was what we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. Being held without trial for way too long.
Yep. And then AOC, this meme perfectly sums it up. Like, she's watching Antifa burn, Washington down whenever Trump was there. Thinks it's great. Then she sees a bunch of American flags approaching the Capitol. Hello, police. Need help.
Insurrection. Violence. I mean, she's the epitome of respect the diversity of tactics,
Yes.
except when it comes to your political rivals.
Oh, yeah. It flipped over. I saw this when it happened live, but it flipped over when Trump said, "We're going to Mars." Elon Musk gets flipped over. Elon Musk was like, "Yeah!"
Look at
And then Barron's just like,
he's like,
"Can't this just be over?" But
Yeah.
he's the epitome of every soldier standing in one of those long,
Yep.
formations to celebrate,
Yep.
changing of command or whatever, and just like, can we just go home?
He looks just like Don. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
But anyway, but Elon Musk, and then Elon Musk has the thing where he was like waving to everyone. He did that weird, like chest wave, and now everyone's saying that he's Hitler. He's saluting
The
Hitler.
context of the speech was he was giving the audience his heart
Mhm.
because he was so happy that everyone, helped him achieve the goal and the victory with Donald Trump.
Yep. Which I have some of that in here. But this next one I have here is from George I can't say this. You know how to say this name? Alex Pokalous or something
I
like
don't
that?
know. Just say Alex, George, whatever.
George, yeah, Alex. So, and then I had a bad dream, and it's the it's the Statue of Liberty running in. Uncle Joe is coming to take me away. It's Trump sitting there holding her. I love it. I love it. Okay, what else we got? I've got so many. Again, and here's another one. You got pardon from 2014 to 2025. Why those dates specifically?
Yeah, that's when his crimes were committed.
Exactly. So it's a huge cover up. And again, this is what they always say. If Trump wasn't guilty, if Trump had these people who weren't guilty, why would he need a pardon?
Same goes
thing
to
with,
you.
Same thing goes with Hunter Biden. Same thing goes with Anthony Fauci and the rest
Kelly.
of the Biden family. Yep, exactly. Ridiculous. What else we got? We got so many. Oh, yeah. Presidential pardons by president. From George W. Bush, 200. Barack Obama, 1,927.
Oh.
Yeah. Donald Trump, 237. Joe Biden, 8,064.
Holy Lord. And remember, some of these people were people that had 64,000 downloaded images of child pornography.
Yep.
I mean, the people that Joe Biden has pardoned, I bet you he doesn't even know the names of all the people that he pardoned.
Oh, guaranteed he doesn't. And if he does, that makes it even worse. Yeah. That means he has personal relationships with these people.
Yeah. Holy cow.
And this is what we asked. They said, look at this. I mean, they dwarf the Democratic Party's pardons, dwarf the Republican Party's. Now, you could probably argue against that now because of Trump pardoning those 1,500 people, and most of them were convicted without any criminal trial.
Yeah.
So they've been locked in jail for years now.
Yep.
But anyway, moving on to the next ones. All right. Biden exiting Air Force One. This AI stuff is getting out of control.
I love it. I love it.
Love it, love it, love it. I could watch this all day and still be funny. Elon Musk. Yeah, here's the little "I'm giving you my heart" speech.
Thank you.
Yeah, see? He went
My
like
heart goes
that.
out to you.
Yeah, it's like he's tossing his heart.
And
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, and again, this is like this stuff right here. Like this is the low-tiered stuff that like Jon Stewart used to do back in the
heart
day.
goes out to
So
you.
go ahead and mute that for me.
You got it.
And I just want to
But
say
this is the kind of stuff that Jon Stewart would do on his show back in the day. It'd be like, look, and then like he'd do a thing where like they do a clip between frames where like somebody'd be raising their hand up like that to wave, they'd be waving like this, like it'd be like this, and he'd be like, look, Nazi salute, and they'd put it on repeat like that, and it's just like that's the level. Jon Stewart created the level of discourse that we have today. Again, that's why I'll say this every day for the rest of my life. Jon Stewart ruined political discourse in this country.
Yep.
So, I mean, and again, here's all the other examples that you could do apply to the Democrats.
Just
but
freeze frame somebody in the wrong position.
And they're a
you got
Nazi.
'em. Yeah, you got them.
Again, this is Jon Stewart's fault.
It's like if you put, it's like that joke that there is, if you put on some sort of like sensual, like music, and you show wrestling, two dudes wrestling,
It changes the
It changes
context
the
of
context.
wrestling a whole
Exactly.
lot.
Exactly. You slow it, you put it in slow motion, and you play like some sort of like intimate music in the background. It becomes very hilarious.
Yeah. Sexy saxophone music playing in the background, and it's not wrestling anymore.
It's not wrestling. All right, what else we got here? We got so much stuff. Okay. Trump revoked the security clearance for 51 intel agents who lied about the Hunter Biden laptop. Look at all these. Look at all these people who should just be in jail.
Scumbags. These are people who are political partisans who would happily and willingly lie to the American people in order to get the political outcomes that they want. Remember, this is what happens when you live in a godless society. Truth doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is power. And that's what these people represent.
Looks like you'd see half of these people on this list, like on what's that guy called?
Chris Hansen?
Chris Hansen, that's it. Chris Hansen's.
Yeah,
Catch
I
a
agree.
Predator.
Like these people look like the type of people that would be luring children into a pedal van.
Wild stuff. Oh yeah. Then of course SKS did something about it. Look, Elon Musk is making a Nazi and no one is listening to you anymore, and that's 100% the truth now.
Yeah,
Said X people on X, users of X, you are the media now.
we are the media.
Exactly. This thing right here has a camera on it. Turn it on. You are a journalist now. Congratulations.
Yeah, you got a journalism degree. You're a better journalist than CNN, MSNBC, ABC, anybody that works for them. You're better than them.
We're talking about the people who call city managers at places and be like, "Hey, is this happening in your town?" No. Cool.
We believe you. As long
Did
as
you
it
do
fits
any
our
other
narrative.
research?
No, yeah. As long as it fits our narrative, we believe you.
Exactly. Next, let's see. We got. Oh yeah, Barron. Trump thanks Barron for winning him the youth vote. So I'll turn this on real quick.
Thank you. He knew the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 36 points. And he was saying, Dad, you got to go out and do this one and that one. And we did a lot of them. And he respects them all. He understood them very well. And he said, Dad, you got to go out, do Joe Rogan, do all these guys. And we did.
Pause.
It's over.
This is why it's so important to have like normal, well-adjusted kids. Like I guarantee you, Kamala Harris's stepdaughter, that crazy blue-haired girl, like
She
the
has
stuff
none of
that
her
she
kids.
rolls in, the circles that she rolls in is not the Joe Rogan podcast. It's not mainstream circles for what kids follow and
I
enjoy.
guarantee you she was Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even that. Like, I mean, like she rolls in these niche, theater kid groups. Like that. Like, let me tell you something, guys. As somebody who I was a theater kid, but I also understood that like the stuff that the theater
But you
kids
played sports, too.
exactly like it's like that like the stuff the theater kids like to do outside of like school is not mainstream. It's like it's weird, like it's like they're above anything else. Like you are beneath them. Their little groups that they have, their little social circles, like they are better than you, and people like Barron, kids like Barron who are just normal, well-adjusted kids. I say again, Barron's not going to be super relatable because he's as wealthy as he is, but Barron probably has Instagram, TikTok, all these social media apps, and he just follows the mainstream stuff, and that's important. You have to have the people's ear, and he had his age group's ear, or at least he knew what. Because I mean, he'd go to school, and all the kids in school would be talking about one thing. They'd be like, "Oh, did you guys watch this? So and so's Twitch stream the other night?" Or, "Hey, did you watch so and so's Instagram reels?" Or, "Did you see this comedian the other day?" That's what's important. That's why Trump won that vote, because he had his son, and his son had his ear. So good job.
Here's his next one you sent me. Hillary Clinton winning her award. That is terrifying.
Play the music.
There's music with it?
Not music, but it's just like there's audio.
Horrifying.
It's so good.
Because it's true. It's real.
Yeah, mask off moment for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. That's funny, though. That is funny. All right, what else we got here? I've got so much stuff that we can go through. I'm going to have to refresh this one. What are you? Oh, yeah, you sent me this one. I love this one.
Classic Biden, baby. Classic Biden.
That's good stuff. I can watch this one again all day.
You gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
That was funny stuff.
Exercise the demons. This house is clear. I have exercised the
Again,
demons.
another classic meme. Jim Carrey, but that's, just replace Jim Carrey with Donald Trump right there, and then you got Donald Trump exercising the demons from the White House. What else you got for me?
I don't know. Some of them aren't not wanting to load that well for me. Let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah, this.
Appropriately touching a 12-year-old girl at the Walmart in West Mifflin Sunday afternoon.
That guy's
According to court,
face.
a 71-year-old man is accused of inappropriately touching a 12-year-old girl at the Walmart in West Mifflin Sunday afternoon.
That guy's
According
like
to court,
brief second, like he realizes, oh,
Yeah, they put the president's picture up there by accident. That's so awesome, man.
that is hilarious.
But it's believable, too.
It is very believable. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, here is a celebration. Mike Tyson is on Jake Paul's shoulders at the victory.
Oh, wow.
Celebration. Let's see if I got any sound coming from this. Hope there's no music.
Again, folks, if you want to know why Donald Trump won the election, why Donald Trump won a second term, it's this right here. I mean, Donald Trump is the culture. Donald Trump is the culture and the counterculture. I mean, people, like, he's got the pop culture. I mean, again, in order to figure out where the pulse of the culture is, Jake Paul is actually a good indicator for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
even as much as we hate Jake Paul, I think he has been like terrible
Yeah.
for like the.
He's a turd. But here's the thing. Jake Paul represents the pulse of the modern culture. I mean, like, everyone knows what Jake Paul is doing all the time, even if you don't like him. So what's interesting about this whole situation is, people used to look to celebrities like movie stars. We don't do that anymore because movie stars are kind of these untouchables, effectively. Like, we don't really, they don't have a pulse of the regular working man. They don't, like, people don't look to them. Like, Jake Paul, so many people kind of will look to now and be like, hey, again, people who, like, people that I went to college with, people who, consider themselves well-educated, learned doctors, are going to be like, well, that's why people are so stupid. But it's like, it's not just that. It's like, Jake Paul represents the pulse of the culture for regular working people.
Yes. And that's the other thing, too, is liberals don't really, I mean, they used to, but they don't really hold the pulse of the average working man because, again, we talked about this. They're the educators and, like, the actor types, like I said, the elitist type of folks. And that's the problem is, like, educators, we talked about this before, too. Educators and actors are not the working class. They like to pretend they're the working class when they're at the start of their careers.
Yeah, well, at the start of their careers, they're not even working class. They are poverty class because what do? You work as a waiter. You work as a busboy. You work as whatever you can get, and you go to basically what do you call it? Acting tryouts all day. You go to casting calls all day, and you're competing with 100 other people for the same role. So I mean, again, they're really the poverty class, which is why they all basically say we need to have more robust welfare benefits.
Exactly.
Because they want to be able to act more, work less to sustain that lifestyle.
Exactly. Same thing with teachers. That's why teachers always ask for more money. Like, that's the problem. Is like teachers unions claim that they are on the side of the children. Mm-hmm. They're not. They're on the side of the teachers.
If your hands aren't dirty and your back's not breaking, you're really not working class.
Yeah. If your hands aren't calloused up at the end of the day, you're not working class.
Yeah, that's how I'd say. You might be you're an ivory tower elite who gets paid poorly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then here's AOC's reason why she didn't go to the inauguration. And they're saying that she should be sued for this, which is technically true because it's libel.
It's defamation, yeah.
All these journalists are like, Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Are you going to the inauguration? Let me make myself clear. I don't celebrate rapists. So no, I'm not going to the inauguration tomorrow.
She is such a narcissist. I mean, again, she has no morality. She has no moral compass. She will say whatever. She is she's a product of social media. She will say whatever her followers want to hear to make them happy and appease them, because she's constantly streaming her life. She is basically an e-thought. AOC is an e-thought or a
e-thought politician.
E-thought politician. I mean, whatever my audience want me to say, I'll say it.
Mm-hmm.
That is who she is. I mean, she's not much different from a majority of politicians, but for the most part, a lot of politicians have to somewhat be loyal to the base that got them there.
Yep.
Her, it's just like my base isn't actually my constituency; it's my Instagram following, it's my Twitter following.
And, just for the record, she almost lost her last election.
Yeah, she did.
She barely won it by the skin of her teeth.
It's because the people in her district don't like her.
Yeah. It's like she has a huge following around the world from internet progressives and leftists. She does not have a huge following at her home state or residence.
Yeah, it's true.
Next one that I have here is for homeschooling kids. Like I said, this is some of the greatest things that we heard Trump want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and refresh this, and we'll get this playing real quick.
Listen to this. Anyone homeschooling their kids?
And I will deliver universal school choice, empowering every parent to send their child to the public, private, charter, or religious school that is right for them.
Good.
Listen.
And I will allow homeschool parents to spend $10,000 a year tax-free on costs associated with their children's education.
That's awesome.
You listen to this.
It's amazing. And you're going to see the teachers' unions go absolutely ape shit over this because
that money should be going to us.
Exactly.
That's our money.
That's the issue. Is like that is what the teachers' union want. They want the money going into the schools so that way they can go to the teachers. Mm-hmm. Whereas the money should be going with the students. Mm-hmm. But that's not how it works. The education system, the teachers' unions have busted up to where the money doesn't follow the children, it follows the schools. And that's why kids get stuck at crappy schools.
Yeah. Like, if you want to put your kid somewhere else, you have to lie about where your kid lives. It's like, I can't tell you how many kids I knew in Owasso who, they transferred primarily for athletics, but they basically just said that they lived with an auntie that had an apartment in Owasso, even though they didn't actually live in the apartments in Owasso, Mm-hmm. They just gave false residencies, false addresses. A lot of kids do that.
Well, that's the other thing, too, is like schools don't fret over one or two kids leaving their district, but when it's like a huge group, that's when they start sweating.
And here's the thing, it's a natural progression. Like, if a huge group of kids leave the school because it's a bad school, guess what that means? It means the kids who are there are going to have more hands-on or one-on-one time with their teachers. Yeah. It'll make the learning more effective.
It should, or the teachers are just that crap.
Yeah,
that's the only two things you get. But like I said, generally speaking, if kids leave the school, teachers are usually about to be removed from the school to save money. And that's the thing. How do they do it? Unions are the same everywhere. They protect seniority.
Yeah.
So the new upcoming teacher who's got like all the cool new ideas and like as enthusiastic to be there is fired for the teacher who's like, I've been here for 40 years and I just want to collect my paycheck.
I'm getting my pension.
Exactly.
Anyway, what else you got?
Last one before we're going to kind of wrap it up here. And I just love this one. Trump recognizes that he's getting rid of DEI programs and only recognizes 2 genders. I want to hear this again. I think that was the most epic takeaway of everything that happened.
Absolutely.
This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only 2 genders, male and female.
He got a standing ovation for that, which tells you that even in woke frickin', DC, that this is not a popular idea.
No, and again, it's like, I can't tell you how many people are probably on the internet, all these Twitter and, Instagram and TikTok kids being like, genocide, white supremacy. They're freaking out.
Yeah, but this next one was sent from one of our listeners, Pamela Bondi, Roden. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Pamela Roden.
And we just thought it was great. She goes, Trump, like how Trump's going to treat China.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. It's good. To get pissed on or whatever that is, throw their scent on.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are running away.
Have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I love
like
it.
a monkey throwing crap on you at the zoo.
Exactly.
But I think we're ready to end the show. I've got a video to play us out with of guys asking who's the president. And they're throwing a party.
Alexa, yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Trump.
Take it out. Take it out slow for me, though.
Okay, I gotcha. Well, that's about all we've got for you today, folks. Trump is the rightful president again. It's awesome. We're living in the best timeline. The Trump timeline is back. We had a slight break in our regularly scheduled programming with the Biden administration, but Trump's back, and I think we're back and bigger than ever, baby. So you're going to get sick of winning. He's already saving us millions in tax dollars. He's already going to start tariffing other countries. I mean, even if he doesn't actually tariff them, the threat of the tariffs is going to scare them into giving us better trade deals. So I think this is awesome. I'm so excited to see what the next 4 years will bring, and hopefully we can, after these next 4 years, we can put forward an even stronger, or maybe not a better candidate than Trump, but a strong candidate like J.D. Vance or somebody else who's going to do a really good job as well. They're probably not going to be as charismatic as the Don, but we'll see. But that's about all I've got for you today. Trump is your president, and that's about all I got for you, folks. This is the Twins with Owasso Live. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you too can stay in the loop. That is all we've got for you. God bless you.
See you later, everybody.
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.
The President of the United States.
The U.S. President is Donald Trump.